One person make a decision, you are frozen and lose your capital, you lose your dreams, you lose all.
People ask me all the time, do they or should they deploy? Today, I'll finally give a blunt, direct answer about that deployment and what happening with that idea and the concept of. And you could take it as it is, or you could go ahead and do what you want. It's funny that I believe some people have been speaking to me and acting as if they know the corporate management or they're closer to the corporate management than myself and what was happening there. The funny part is everybody's screaming one ecosystem, and I help navigate that, even the name to be what it is. But it's some things that I have learned and some things I have paid attention to that allow me to make the step that I made, because I could not continue putting people on fire. I think that's the best way to do it. Let me share with you. Let me share with you a photo that could probably best describe why it was necessary for me to do what I did. And this photo, it rings so true to me. It spoke volumes to me. It absolutely helped me open my eyes wide. And with my wide eyes open, I was able to say, yes, enough is enough. This could never be right. King, do what you know is correct. And go brave. And brave it was, and brave it is to this day, the steps that were made. Take a look at this photo. Okay. It says, sometimes it's not cowardly to step back, it's to protect everyone else. And I started to see, I started to know, and I started to understand a few things. And one of the key things I understood was that the house was on fire. And it wasn't just a small fire, it was a blaze of fire. And I'm speaking about the house of ecosystem. And that blaze of fire, when I saw and when I started to understand that blaze of fire, I said to myself, how could you? Can you? Should you? And when I asked myself all the hard questions, there was no way possible to remain in the Stockholm syndrome, to remain in denial, to remain delusional, to remain under management that have no regard for the people. Because if there's one thing that I personally pushed forward, personally worked hard to do, personally build and fought for, was the people. Yeah. And because I was pushing and fighting for the people, every time they would do something to hurt the people, it really frustrated me and started to take a toll on me, knowing that they cared nothing about the teams and the individuals, that they could blatantly lie, lie, and lie again to have all their internal personal needs met above ours and the project. And in my exit video, you would have heard me speak about the number of ones that is on the Polygon blockchain. Allow me to show you something once more, so it just makes more sense to you. So I'm just speaking with reality. I don't want to speak in the wind. I don't want to speak what I think I know. I want to speak the facts. So when we look at the Polygon and the whole OES movement, the total supply is 250 billion OES. The question I have for you is, the membership is or used to be 2.5 to 3 million. And I know for sure it was 2.5 million different individuals based on the information I received from the third-party IT team when I was there. It was unique individual profiles, emails of 2.5 million people, close to 3 million. You now have almost 700,000 holders. You see where it says 692 664 addresses? That's different holders of this wallet address that contain one. That's the amount of people who actually deployed. The amount of people who paid for transfers is over 830 because all of these holders here have more than one account. So not all, but some of the holders have more than one account. So then you have 830 different wallet addresses that was transferred, but overall, close to 700,000. This deployment started in February, yes? And it's due to end in July or something there. So it's supposed to be ending in July, let's say early August. I can tell you it's not going to end. These numbers would never, ever reach to 1 million, and it's not going to end. Notice the price is zero and all these other things is zero is because not only that the coin have no value, you also have no say over this process. I see people who have been coming across successfully with the merge and acquisition that we have created with the royal family have been threatened that they are going to be frozen. So the threats that they want to do to people about threatening to freeze you, why they want to freeze what you're supposed to own? This is to a lie. So the threats and the things they want to do where they always try to hold a fear technique or tactic over individuals is despicable. Quite despicable. So that 250 billion ones that you see there, note that the company has more than half of that. Yeah. Note that we don't have enough members to support said price, which is 42. Hence the reason why it's zero and the internal price is 42. Even that internal price with the amount of people who would have left the project, with the amount of people who are allegedly frozen, this coin has no way to be a circulated value of 42. So that leads me into what we're going to discuss now, and I'm going to hand it over to Fred. Because I know it's impossible for that coin to be 42. So don't misunderstand and don't get confused by the lies, endless lies upon lie, where you have been put in a waiting incubator for how long now? To wait for what? And every moment something happened, you must find a good excuse. But the last excuse they use, you would see Fred Falk use this excuse against them because it is a blatant lie, and he politely points out how it could never be the truth with factual information.
So we can understand that Forex is a very, very big market, a big pie, a big cake. And currently, Forex is the largest, the biggest financial tools on planet Earth. It beats stocks and shares, it beats crypto, it beats property, right? So Forex is the biggest. Okay, so now, here it goes. Right, with something that we are familiar with, okay, which is the newsletter, okay, that we receive every weekend. Right, without prejudice, I'm just taking this context as a readout. Right, it says that the one Forex signal, okay, was postponed due to the low success rate of signals. Yeah. Now, so do understand that we are from this community for almost like, some of us is 6 years, some of us are 8 years. Okay, now we have been hearing about this ecosystem, okay, mentioned about One Forex for many years, right? But till now, that it is still not able to deliver a platform that provides a successful level of signals, let alone we're talking about live Forex trading. Right? Now, when we're talking about live Forex trading, we're talking about that 7.5 trillion or $6.5 trillion okay, transaction volume in a day, right? So now, One Forex subscription is to allow you to receive trading signals and not live Forex trading, okay? But it has been suspended right now before its launch, okay? My point here to share with you is not about this One Forex from the community, okay? But we have to understand that Forex trading has been a regulated finance tool for the longest time in all developed countries, like the country that I'm staying, okay, or developing countries. Okay, and when we say it that the platform cannot produce a successful or satisfying signals, okay, for trading, it's not a convincing or justifiable reason, right? Because router says, okay, the forex trading transaction has hit a record high of 7.5 trillion a day. So if we can't even provide a satisfying, successful signals, then where this 7.5 trillion transaction takes place or comes from? There are so many forex traders, there are so many forex brokers, okay, running the business. Okay, if you go to any forex expo, right, or trade fair, you will actually see there are many traders, okay, doing trading every day.
I was in May together with a couple of friends in Dubai, but in a forex expo, and somewhere sent a picture to Sofia, and a few days later I was out from the OAS community and frozen without compliance and nothing. And I hope you will heard my video. I will not go deeper in this part in my life. You can hear the video, and we give speed to translate that. For me, it's important that people must know in this moment there is nobody, no compliance, nobody. One person make a decision, you are frozen and lose your capital, you lose your dreams, you lose all.
Thank you, Mr. Blumer. I normally translate his English to English, but I think he did a great job. And long story short, he's letting you know that what was the past there, there's no future there. I want you guys to think about something, and I'll give you food for thought. Go look into the alleged Switzerland company. This is where the demise of my relationship with that project started to go left, because I learned that there was no real entity when it comes to real management, ownership, or anything of the sort, or connection, or anything that could really propel us to a near bright future. There's nothing there. Let me tell you the ultimate goal of Mr. G. First of all, you see that there's no one voyage, and there's a reason why. They lied on the travel company. What they have said about the travel company is not true. The travel company could not get a real contract. This is how I learned that something is wrong with Switzerland concerning Sophia. The company could not get a real contract from Sophia that was binding and legit, because this travel company is a company from the US. So let's make that clear. So that lie, again, that they sold to you, I am letting you know that nothing is wrong with the travel company. They would never come up with their own travel product or app, because they have no plans to give you anything that can make you use your ones in real. Their only plan is to take the OneForex will never, ever come off the ground. 6 months from now, you're going to come back and say, King, you're correct. Maybe 1 year from now, you're going to come back and say, King, you're correct. Because they're going to feed you a new lie, a new excuse, and all the excuses is to last as long as they could last, to do what they can do, which is to take as much as they could take from the market in these fees for deployment, because they have no other way to make money besides fees for deployment and selling gas in Asia. So the next part of the plan that they are going to execute, depending on how much money they could accumulate, Sophia management, G in particular, not the vision. The vision is what it is, but the vision is gone because of who is in control of the management. There's no company, I am telling you. There's no corporate structure, I am telling you. So the management, which is G, and the people who I mentioned in my video, go back and watch the video if you don't understand. These individuals, here's G plans. He intends to, and he will. Listen carefully. He intends to, and he will carry the coin to an exchange just to clear his name, meaning to make it legal, not to create anything that could sustain the coin, to crash the coin, to walk away from the project with the millions of money from the users. Do the maths, because you can see exactly what's happening. 830,000 transfers took place. Multiply 830 transfers by 25. That's 20 million euros that the company has taken in. 20 million euros that they have taken in. And of the 20 million, if they pay 10 million to go on an exchange, pay fees to actual Polygon, that's 10 million in the pocket of who to walk away when? They want to walk away with your dreams and your money and fool you and then say, oh, the exchange didn't work. We thought it was going to work. We thought it was time. Oh, the coin crashed. It's not our fault. We didn't have enough demand. It didn't work. They would just be propelling another lie. And all you be doing is aiding and abetting them to do the wrong thing. I refuse to continue aiding and abetting. I refuse to help them do the wrong things. I refuse to continue to support what I know is perpetrating as a lie. So friends, that's the gist of it. And I still have not slandered and publicly shamed and give all the nitty nasty information that I could, and I won't do. But what I would give you is this harsh reality here that you need to swallow that pill, as I did. It's not nice, it's not comfortable. Don't be misguided. Oh, let's go to Polygon blockchain, and they put out a big article to tell you, oh, so nobody could say we don't have a blockchain no more. That is not a good enough answer. And the reason why they didn't have a better answer, because I stopped giving them answers and solutions to the lies they like to make up. This is why the excuse that they use for the Forex could never stand up, and Fred just destroyed the excuse. In the world of reality, that excuse could never stand up. That is just a blatant lie. What excuse are they going to come with this next media release that they want to release? Warnings that they want to release. They need to warn people about themselves. And what's ending is that syndrome, that lie, that is now the management, and the deceit that is these individuals. And I know they have no good intention because I seen it with my own eyes. I hear it with my own ears. And nobody was there when I was there to hear and see all in all private moments. When they said that their ambition is just to get to 700,000 and that's good enough. That can never be good enough if you want to build a long, sustainable business. They have no 24-month plan. Forget 5. They don't have a 24-month plan. And if they do, please ask them to show you. And just remember that the last 24 months, they met no promises that they promised. Not one promise was delivered that they promised over the last 24 months. What make you think they're going to deliver something on the next 24? You know what we're holding on to? That dream and that hope that, oh, one day it will be. I'm sorry to say that they would never come.